Hey crafters, welcome back to my channel Because I'm Crafty. My name's Katelyn and I have 3 things to talk to you guys about today. First, I have a quick little announcement. I need your help with that announcement and I'm going to talk about my first make of my Make 9 for 2018. So my first announcement, which I'm super excited about, my mom and I are traveling to London, England for a week in June. And so I need your guys' help. If you live there or you've been there before, please give me some recommendations on your top places to visit. We already kind of have a list compiled of kind of touristy places to go see, but I want your recommendations for fabric shops, different kind of specialty shops you think I should visit that is kind of related to sewing and fashion. So let me know down in the comments below. Also, one specific thing is that I really want to go to one of these Sew Over It shops. So please let me know maybe which one you think is recommended or maybe closer to kind of more central London. I've been trying to do a little bit of research, but it's a little bit difficult when you're not familiar with the area. So please give me your recommendations down below, and I do plan to do some sort of vlogging while I'm there. So I'm super excited for this trip. I've never been to London before and my mom's super excited. She desperately needs a holiday, so I'm super excited to be going with her, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy my time there and hopefully buy some fabric, buy some patterns, and yeah, I'm super excited. And the third thing I'm going to talk about is the first thing that I made from my Make 9 list. And one of those things was that I wanted to make a blouse. I didn't have a pattern or anything that I wanted at the time, but I did mention that I maybe wanted to use this fabric. So I did make this top out of one of the free PDF patterns I found on the Love Sewing magazine website, and I talked about it in my free PDF pattern video. So I will link that down below as well, but if you remember it, you might remember this little picture. I'll post it up here. This is the picture that they had on their website, and that's the only picture that I was able to find. So the one thing I do want to mention with the free PDF patterns on their site, if you want more information or you want the instructions on how to make the garment, you do need to purchase the magazine that pattern came out of. So I personally didn't do that because I felt that I had enough skills to figure out how to put the pieces together. I will say it is pretty simple. I did make a few changes and I'll let you know what those are. But if you're a little bit higher than just a super beginner, then I'd say you definitely could pull off this pattern. So this is what the sheet looks like, the first sheet that comes with it. And as you can see, this big swirly pattern piece in the middle here, that's the ruffle. And then you've got a center back, a side back, sorry, this is center back, side back, center front, and side front. So you've just got princess seams to work with. You put the ruffle inside those princess seams, and that's basically it. The other thing I will mention about this pattern is it doesn't come with anything to finish off your neckline or your armholes. So I just cut some bias binding for the armholes out of the same fabric, and for the neckline I made a front and back facing. So it's definitely something easy you can do, just trace out on top of the neckline of the original pattern and make your facing. So that's just something that I did have to add in order to finish it. The other thing I would probably do next time if I made this is I would probably make it a bit longer. So I'll show you here, if I can step back here. It just comes below where I would normally wear my pants. So I would probably, for me personally, I would make it a bit longer, like maybe to like here, a couple inches longer. But comparative to the original picture, it's sitting where it's supposed to. So the pattern did work out pretty well. So that's the one thing that I would change. The other thing I did different is the actual ruffle itself. So that pattern piece calls to cut 4 of, and as you can see in that picture, I'll post it up here again, you can kind of see just a piece of the ruffle sticking out from the back. And so I figured between the pattern piece and that picture, they wanted you to follow the ruffle all the way down the back. So it said to cut 4, you would sew 2 of them together at the shoulder seam where it's like flat, and then the other one would go down the back side. I didn't think that was such a good idea personally because I always have some sort of jacket or cardigan to wear because it is cold up here in Canada most of the year, and I'm just generally a cold person in general. I'm just always cold. So I always have something to kind of put over top, and I thought if I had the ruffle going down the back, it might look weird if I was to wear some sort of jacket or cardigan or something. So I decided to stop it back here, so it kind of looks like I've got a bit of a cap sleeve happening. So where did the other pieces go? Because it was a cut 4. So I sewed the 2 of them together and understitched the one side as if it was like a facing. So that way I was able to finish off my edge nice and clean. It's a little bit stiffer so that it just kind of like sits nice where it wants to sit. And I just rounded off that back corner, so I basically just cut part of it off so that it was kind of a smooth line that I could follow to the back to create that kind of cap sleeve look. I'm not sure what the instructions would have said in the magazine, but I thought that it would have been hard to hem this edge, so that's why I also decided to sew them together. So I think it turned out really well. It's super cute. I probably could take it in a bit in the sides and like under the sleeve here and follow it down. But I think if you do cut it a bit generously just in case, there's lots of places that you could take it in or let it out, because it does have the princess seam lines in the front and back. There's a seam down the back also, and then you have your side seam. So there's lots of places that you can kind of mix around and play with if you need to adjust it for your body shape. And the back, it said to stop sewing it right here, somewhere, right here. And it's got a bit of a slit, and so I just put a button with an elastic at the back. So hopefully you can kind of see that there. Hard for me to tell when it's backwards, but I had this one button left over. It was a vintage button, and I'd used the rest of them for different projects, so this was perfect to finally use that one up. And I went with the black because this fabric does have a black yarn running through it with the pink, so I thought it went pretty well. And overall this pattern was super easy, even though it didn't have any instructions. It was pretty simple and straightforward, just those few things that you kind of have to think about with finishing your armhole and your neckline, because there wasn't anything else pattern piece wise to do those edges. So that's just one thing to think about. I'll show you kind of a full shot so you can see front to back. So it's a little bit easier on my white wall than my backdrop here. It's kind of busy. So I'll show you that in a minute, and yeah, so let's see it. So here you can see more of a full shot here. It's nicely shaped in the sides, like it's not super straight or boxy. Like I said, I probably could take it in a bit, but I kind of like that it's a bit looser. And then the back, I like how the sleeves kind of, or it looks like a mock sleeve in a way. So yeah, having the button do it at the back is super easy to get it on and off. So I hope you guys enjoyed my first make of my Make 9 for 2018. I really like how this blouse turned out, and the pattern was super simple, so I will leave the links down below for that pattern if you want to download it as well. And please, 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 if you have any information you can pass along to me about London, England, any sewing shops or fabric shops you think I should visit, please let me know down below, or go let me know on Instagram. You can let me know either place that's easiest for you. I would love to know your recommendations and where I should visit. I'm super excited for that trip, and I just can't wait. It's coming so fast, so I'm trying to make a lot of things. Maybe I'll do a small little capsule wardrobe. There's a lot of different kind of challenges coming up in the sewing community, so I'm trying to incorporate some of those pieces so that I can take those on my trip and have a cute little wardrobe to take with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And make sure to join me on Instagram, where I'm definitely posting a lot more, including a few daily things that I'm trying to do while I'm at work, so I can show you different things that I'm working on that I don't include in videos. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time, crafters. Bye!